1789. How does the bastard immigrant decorated war vet unite the colonies with more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he had to forfeit. Have it all, lose all. You ready for more yet? Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off till we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance. Cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador of France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long. Whoa. France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. When the sun comes up and the world still spins, I helped Lafayette after declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home, sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. I mean, the mayor's letting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president, getting me to put my bag down. Yeah, Sally B. darling, won't you open it? And guess the girl lands gambling a cabin in the end and a bee to say with faith, great as I'm already seen to prove. I just got home and now I'm headed out to New York. Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe that we are free. Ready to face whatever's waiting in NYC. Who's waiting for me while I step on the place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on? Promise we'll engage in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been? France? We have to win. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Head first into political abyss. I'm in first academy today. Shake a pow. Girls are better think of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been off in Paris for so long. What did I miss? Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting? Well, the issue on the table, Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprise, he may quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Ow, but Hamilton forgets his plan would have the government assume states' debts. Now, place your debts as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits. Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in jet, let Virginia bear it. I'm not so paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause we get them made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create. You just want to move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and there's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stay with me in the land of the free, and pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when ready to tax our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what's gonna happen when they try to tax our whiskey. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. Jefferson, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We can convene at a brief recess. Hamilton, a word. You don't have the votes. You don't have the votes. We're gonna need congressional approval and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder sometimes it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder. Why even bring the thunder? You want to pull yourself together? Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth.
So we let Congress get held hostage by the South.
We need more votes.
We need bold strokes. We need this plan.
No, we need to convince more folks.
James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning's easy, young man. Revenue's hard.
Being intransigent, have to find a
Compromise.
our plan. We just hate mine.
Convince them otherwise.
If I don't get congressional approval,
I imagine they'll call for your removal.
sir,
Figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Good.
my dear Angelica, tomorrow creeps in this mini pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having a name to play. They think me Macbeth, ambition is my body, I'm a body man, a pain in the ass, massive pain. Madison is Bedford, Jefferson is Macduff, and Burnham was Congress on its way to Dunsany.
There you are in Ocean Way. You have to live in Ocean Way. Thoughts of you subside. Maybe get another letter. We cannot make the other way. Take a break.
I am on my way.
There's a little surprise before supper, and I cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute, see my plate.
Alexander, your son is 9 years old today. And there's something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away. Daddy, look, my name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine. I'm running in Vienna with my mother. I was thinking about that one little brother. But daddy's trying to start America's bank. I'm too talk countryside. Take a break. Well, we left us for the summer and I cannot stay. I'm on the sea with my father. There's a lake I know in a nearby park. For the night you know when the night is dark. My dearest Alexander, Messenger and Jefferson, Angelica reminds you there's someone on your corner all the way across the sea. The letter I received you 2 months ago, I wrote a letter in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this? And when you've spoken, you consume my waking days. My dear Angelica, with a comma after dearest, you've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait. Do you want to know the way? You have to leave and went away. Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, you light up.
Skylar sister.
Alexander, it's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife Adams doesn't have a real job.
You're not joining us, wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstairs.
Alexander, I came all this way. She came all this way. Take a break.
No, I have to get my drink from college.
Stay with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
My job if you don't get this drink from college.
I'll go the same with my father. There's a lake I know. Place nearby. Throw your courage to the sticking place. Yeah, I know. Take a break and get away. Let's go upstate and we can stay. Your time, you make your mind. Close your eyes and when the night gets dark, take a break.
I can't stop till I get this drink from college.
There's nothing like summer in the city. Summer under stress and someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it.
I hadn't slept in a week. I was weak. I was awake. You never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said,
I know you are a man of honor, but I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go. And I came here all alone. I wasn't doing wrong. Beat me, cheat me, mistreat me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on. You're too kind, sir. This one's mine, sir. Stay. Hey.
that's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to see. Go to this side. Don't know how to see. Go to this. Oh my God, she looks so beautiful. The body says billions.
Whoa. Go, go, go. No. Say no to this. No. Say no to this. No. Say no to this. No. Say no to this.
I wish I could say that was the last time. I said that last time. If it came to pastime, I'm on to this endeavor. I can see the letter from Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it's in.
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on the luck. You see, that was my wife you decided to Uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker a cuckle, so time to pay the piper for the pants you unbuckle. And hey, you can keep seeing my whole wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. No, sir. Please don't go, sir. Oh, my God, anywhere. No, no, any better. I am helpless. Give me what you want, you can have me. If you want, you can play. You can stay. Say no to this. Say no to this. So? Mr. Secretary, did you hear the news about good old General Medicine? Good thing last week? They renamed it after him. The Bursa legacy is secure. And all he had to do was die. We ought to give it a try. And get your debt plan through. Really? Madison and Jefferson are the insolence. No. But two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. Bros. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de resistance. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows where the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We'll just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Thomas claims Alexander was on washing his doorsteps one day in distress and disarray. Alexander sent reluctantly begged me to join the fray. I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's see what he has to say. Well, I arranged the meeting. I arranged the venue, the menu, the seating. But no one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how to balance that chess. None like the ever game of chess. We just assume that it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee. Meanwhile, Congress is fighting over where to put the capital. It isn't pretty. Jefferson goes with the dinner and invite, and Madison responds with Virginian insight. Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo. I suppose, wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home? Actually, I will. Well, I propose to atonement, and you'll provide this vote. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's go. No. What else is in the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. My God, in God we trust, but we'll never really know what God discussed. Click boom, and it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened. Alexander Hamilton, what did they say to you to get you to sell New York City down the river? Did Washington know about the dinner? Was the presidential pressure to deliver? Or did they know even then it doesn't matter what they put the U.S. Capitol? You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got when you got skin in the game, stay in the game. But you don't get it real unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait.
God help me to give me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me.
But what do you want, bird, if you stand for nothing but what do you thought for? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. The room where it happens. I wanna be. I've got to be in the room, that big old room. Hold your nose and close your eyes. You don't understand what they trade away. But we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a true way it happens. I've got to be in the room. I've got to be. I've got to be. I gotta be in the room. Click, boom. Look, Grandma's in the paper. War-hero Philip Schuyler, the Senate seats young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost a seat in the Senate. Sometimes that's how it goes. Daddy's gonna find out any minute. I'm sure he already knows. Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York, the senator.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one, put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you. Oh, Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create, but upstate, people think you're crooked. The scholarship was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to end.
Changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goes before the fall. We're on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. And do we provide aid and our troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, the decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the forces. Well, we on this door when we need it. We made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and have a chance. Who provided those funds? French. In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that they'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppressors and revolutionaries. Messenger down, time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here, and he'll lovely not have this today. Well, I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like royalty. Desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does presents the values of his nation. And if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. Secretary Hamilton, your response. We're too fragile to start another fight. But sir, wouldn't we fight out for freedom? Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them. The people are leading, the people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton's statement of neutrality. You know, get Lafayette. You an ounce of regret. You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in that hour of need you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas,
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
that defendant's got acquitted.
Yo, I'm going to remind you, you're nothing without Washington behind you. Daddy's calling. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into faction. Try not to crack under the stress, we're breaking down like fraction. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he prints and preens and dresses like a pets of fashion. Our poorest citizens, all farmers, live ration to ration. Us walking, robbing some blind in search of chips to cash in. The prick is asking for someone to bring him to town. Somebody gave me some backers matching his mask so we can outlast him and ask him. I pulled the trigger on him, someone loaded the gun and cocked it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. So he's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble with much of our previous government size? Look in his eyes, see how he lies. Follow the scent of his enterprise. Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive. I have to resign. Somebody has to stand up for the South. Somebody has to stand up for his mouth. If there's a fire you have to douse, you can't run it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching them grabbing up power and kissing and walking and ain't gonna listen. The difference, this kid is out. Oh! This immigrant isn't somebody we chose. This immigrant's keeping us up on our toes. The show is federalists who we're up against. Southern motherfucking Democratic Republicans. We follow the money and see where it goes. Because every second the treasury grows. If we follow the money and see where it leads, get in the weeds, follow the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice, it must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice, it must be nice. Huh. The emperor has no clothes, won't be invisible. He won't be denied. Still, it must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What do you need, sir? Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for this behavior.
Shh, talk less.
That's all right under pursuit and never see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No, he's knocking down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
Sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. And then you'll make tonight, and then we'll teach you how to say goodbye. Say goodbye, you and I want to talk about neutrality. I want to turn against partisan fighting. Pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the life and wisdom I have earned. As long as the people are concerned, No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And when we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I. No, they will see we're strong. So I'll use it to push them along. If we say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. They'll not bless me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says. I'm supposed to sit under their vine and fig tree, and no one should make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, alone in the shade, alone in this nation we've made. Last time.
Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the
hope that my country will be indulged, and that after 45 years of my life dedicated to an upright zeal, as I myself soon lead to the mansions of rest. I anticipate with pleasing expectation that the treat in which I promised myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign movements of the Lord and e-government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, and the lovely Lord, as I trust, the mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time, what's going on? Teach them how to say goodbye. Going home, you and I. Going home. History has its eyes on you. I want to teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. One last time. Going home. They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. John Adams. I know him. That can't be. He's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was that? 85? That poor man, you're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, across the run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. President John Adams. Good luck. Thomas Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, utterly abused the cabinet post, destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's a runner-up, which makes him a vice president. Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President. Thomas Hamilton privately calls him Creole bastard in this film. Hamilton publishes his response. Hamilton out of control. This is great. He destroyed President John Adams. He opens himself. He has a pen. He's in fact. Let's let him know what we know.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. President, Senator Burr, what is this?
We have the check stubs in separate accounts. Dollars made in different amounts to Mr. James Reynolds back in 1991.
Is that what you have?
You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position. Virtue is not a word on a planet of situation. Seek financial gains and bring in litigation. And against this last you engage in speculation. And in the government fund, I can almost see the headline, your career is done. I hope you save some money for your daughter and son. You best go and run back where you come from.
You don't even know what you're asking me to
Confess.
You have nothing, I don't have to tell you anything at all.
Unless no one else is in the room where it happened.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on the luck. You see, that was my wife here to say. Why?
Extorted me to bed, and when she had me in the corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for assorted me. I paid him quarterly, I paid him mortally, wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checking history. Check it again against your listeners, consistency. And I respect the sense, it wasn't mine. It sent the dogs after my sense, that's fine. Yes, I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. All my answers to your satisfaction.
My God. Gentlemen, let's go.
Gentlemen, let's go. So,
The people won't know what we know.
Burr, how do I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe?
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know.
In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet. Just a moment. A yellow sky. When no
for it, wait 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 for it. History has its own. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a tour at a fair, and he wrote it down right here. Highlights. The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds for purposes of improper speculation. The real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. Boom! We have to be to her. Most of them in my own house, in his own house, in his own house. Remington with our children being absent on a visit to her father. No. Boo! Have you read this? Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president. Never gonna be president. That's one less thing to worry about. One less thing to worry about. You didn't sound that good. What? All the way from London? Damn! I'm not here for you. I'm living just like my own mind. They will never find anyone especially was kind. Living something that I never in this life. I will choose the happiness over mine every time. I'm turning at her side. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Hey, at least he was honest with our money. You're never gonna be president now. Hey, you're never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. Pamphlet. Have you read this? You ever see somebody run out of life? His poor wife. I saved every letter you wrote to me. For a moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine, I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of Paris. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote to me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign of when you were mine. The world seems to You published the letters you wrote to you. You told the world you brought this girl into our bed. I'm clearing your name. You have ruined our life. Do you know what Angelica said when she wrote what you've done? She said you were married in Icarus, was flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senses, and you're paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. The future is story watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no place in my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. Burning the memories of million letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in your bed. You sleep in your own arms instead. But don't leave the memories of when you were I hope you meet the latest graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dagger amazing astounding. The scholars say they got all the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The lady said the brain is not what my resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, the boulder. I shoulder this legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for a Miss George Eaker. Made a speech last week, the 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud. Just up my way, a couple of blocks. He was going to see you play. Well, I'll go visit his box. God, you're a thought. I'm doing good in your frocks. So that when I get back, we all strip down to our socks, okay? Blow us all away. George, shh, George, I'm trying to watch the show. We've already talked about my father, though, and didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father is a scoundrel, and so it seems that you. It's like that? Man, I'm gonna roll around. I'm a schoolboy. He's doing on the dueling ground. Let's just want to step outside and go now. I'm gonna find you pissed off from watching the show now. Pops, if you would only heard the shit he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to. You know, the very first duel, they don't even cover this subject in boarding school. You refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease. Across the river in Jersey, everything is legal in New Jersey. What if he decides to shoot, then I'm a goner. Father. Okay, I promise. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your show? I'd rather skip the pleasantries, let's go. Grab his pistol, prefer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10. Count to 10. Looking in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. And then slowly and clearly raise your gun to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay alive. Stay alive. Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way over. Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered in his hip and I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived. I did exactly as you said, Pop. I held my head up high. I held my head up high. Even before we had to 10, I'm aiming for the sky. I was aiming for the sky.
I know your strength and stay alive.
Light. Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this? Alexander, did you know? I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught my son. Play piano, play piano. Hands play melody every time. You always change the light. I know. Always change the light. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You run your child as tight as you can, but push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
Hours in the garden. You walk alone to the store. It's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday. The sign of the cross at the door. And I pray. That never used to happen before.
You see him in the street, walking by himself, talking by himself, happy.
You would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He's going through the unimaginable. His hair is going gray, he passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
You knock me out, I fall apart.
Can you imagine?
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza. But hear me out. That would be enough. If I could spare his life. If I could trade his life for mine. He'd be standing here right now. And you would smile. And that would be enough. Don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost in the meantime. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough.
You see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, happy.
Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park, long after dark, talking in the sights of the city. They are trying to do the unimaginable. There are moments some the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They're standing in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet outside. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, happy. They are going through the unimaginable. The election of 1800. Can we get back to politics, please? Yeah. Every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shot the bed. I love the guy, but he is in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with no faction. He's very attractive and, with some good chances. He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. Ask him a quench, the glances off, he obfuscates, he dances. And they say I'm a francophile, at least they know I know where France is. Because that's the problem, see. They see Burr as a less extreme view. And he changed course. A key endorsement might redeem you. Who did you have in mind? Don't laugh. Who is it? You used to work on the same set. Well, it might be nice. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him, charm her. It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands, vote for me. He doesn't lose, that's just a fetus. And Jefferson in love with France. Yeah, he's so elitist. I like that Aaron Burr. I can't believe we're here with him. He seems approachable, like you could grab a beer with him. Dear Mr. Hamilton, if the Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting. Dear Mr. Hamilton, the man doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? Jefferson or Burr? No, it's lose-lose. Then or Burr. But if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, the man doesn't stand a chance, so you wouldn't be promoting. But if you had to choose, Alexander, I'm going door to door. Sure. Honestly, it's kind of draining. Sure. No, and you know what? I learned that from you. It's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the delegates. If you had to choose, it's up to Hamilton. Jefferson or Burr, choose. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Jefferson has my vote.
Oh! Oh!
Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. And he won in a landslide. Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership. Yes, as president. Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man, openly campaigns against me, talking about I look forward to our partnership. It's crazy, but the guy who comes in second, he gets to be vice president. Oh, you know what? We can change that. You know what? I'm the vice president. Just kidding, the president. Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement. How is Hamilton an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard, whoreson, somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he used to spy since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I am always wanted on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreement.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have felt shy. I'm just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be obedient servant, A.M.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Prepare to bleed, good man.
Your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's
Then stand, Alexander. Weehawken, dawn, guns drawn.
You're wrong.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant,
A.M.
A. Burr. Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of time.
It's dark outside.
I just need to write something down.
Why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to bed, that would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at dawn.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey, best of wives, best of women.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to know. We rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton, and a doctor that he knew. I watched Hamilton clear the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has poisoned my political pursuits. Most of the spirits die and no one shoots. Number 4, Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with my marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability. But I didn't know this at the time, but we in the same spot. My son died, is that why? 6, he examined his gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger. Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot. Your last chance to negotiate, sending a second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classrooms, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? I'm not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. He only had one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then come. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 faces fire.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? What am I thinking? Several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? Bird. My first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how
He aims his pistols at the sky. Wait! Ushered away. I hear wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me they're hired. They say Angelica and Eliza were by his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes, and it takes, and it takes. History obliterates and the picture it paints me in wrong my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die. I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known. I should have known the world was wide enough for Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for Hamilton and me. Let me tell you what I wish I know. When I was young and dreamed of glory, you have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. President Jefferson, I'm giving this. This financial system is a work of genius. Couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison, he took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father gets to be told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. But when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? The lies of put myself back in the narrative. Eliza, I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. You renewed every soldier who fought by your side. Try to make sense of your thousands of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? For his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for Washington Monument. Tells a story. Speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage, I think, first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage, after raised hundreds of children, I see them growing up. In their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when our time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story? lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will you tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?